Yeah. Hello, sir, madam. Good afternoon. Uh, Today I'll be talking about chronic fungal infection, what we call candida yeast cell or simply candidiasis. In fact, a lot of people outside there don't actually understand the name fungi. They've been hearing it but don't really know. Yeah, I'm going to define it, please. Fungi is a name given to a group of microorganisms or disease causing organisms. You can also say germs, but not bacteria. It's different from bacteria that they choose to live in colony. And that colony means group. And because they are a single cell organism, they cannot produce food by themselves. So they always need a host like you and me to live in us so they can manufacture their food and eat. Okay? Hosts like plants and animals too. But the worst thing, every living thing must eat and must excrete. So when these fungal germs, when they excrete in our own system, it causes havoc. Yeah. And that is why today I'll be talking about three types of fungi. First, we have the mold that grows on crush of bread when you live in the house for a long time. Secondly, we have the mushroom. Yeah, the edible one that most people know. And then the last one is the yeast. Yeah, yeast cell. So I'll be elaborating more on yeast cell right now. Now, yeast. How does yeast affect us? Yeah, first thing, a lot of people outside there, in one way or the other, they are having cracked uh, cracks in between the spaces of their toe. Yeah, what they call athlete's feet. Athlete's feet. Yeah, and then two, they feel warmness under their feet. Three, abdominal warmness. Four, internal heat. You are constantly feeling internal heat with unnecessary sweating. It's making you to feel so discomfort. And then number five, signs of a chronic yeast infection. Yeah, it makes your hairs to fall off. It causes ringworm on the scalp of your head. Yeah, it causes body eczema. Yeah, fungi. It causes bad odor from the mouth. That's smelling mouth. Yeah, what they call oral thrush. Oral thrush. Yeah, and then fungi for women, it affects women under the breast. There are some women when they are preparing to go and bath, the moment they undress and pull off their bra, you find them going back to the room, lifting the breast up and then scratching it well. So that is fungi messing them up. I have a solution for that. Okay. Yeah, and we also have fungi that causes constipation. When you eat fermented food or yogurt, stuff like that, not up to an hour, you become so constipated. And such kind of people, they always complain of indigestion. Now, and when they go to the toilet to stool, to pass out stool, they stool like animal. Meanwhile, they live like prince and princesses in their home. But when they enter the toilet to stool, to pass out stool, the restroom, yeah, actually, they do it like animal. And then we also have fungi. Fungi of the eyes. That it affects the cornea. You understand? When you eat too much fermented food, okay? Now, the long-term effect is that it affects your cornea. How does it do that? The fungal germs gain entrance into the eye cell. It destroys the optic nerves that transmit information. Yeah. And then it can also lead to glaucoma, which when not properly treated, it can lead to blindness, loss of vision. You'll be unable to see well. So a lot of people are using glasses today, lenses, because of chronic fungal disease or fungal infection. Yeah. So if you can avoid it, the better. And then in some men, fungi causes weak erection, low sperm count, sexual weakness, although all this is one. Low libido. There are some men, in fact, they are really weak. They cannot satisfy their spouses. And there is a problem. In developed countries, this thing has led to so many causes of divorce, which is not a good thing. So if you have fungi and it's affecting you in your genital organs, you need to fight it. This is the right time to fight it. Please contact me on Facebook or on TikTok and follow me for more. Okay, I will give you all the details. And remember, I treat using natural herbs. I use leaves, tree bark, shrubs. So I give you the treatment, but the real healer is God. Yes, because in God we trust. Because before I was given birth, these things were already in place. So it's some sort of an alternative medicine. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Bye bye. This is Dr. Biat Abongia. Okay.